many copies, and also, conversely, to screen a film for just one performance at any cinema. In theory, at least, it will be possible for both distributors and exhibitioners to respond more precisely to audience demand. My films have been uploaded to sites like Vimeo, so that people can see what I have created, whilst also posting links to it on social networking sites to gain more interest. The use of social networking sites such as Facebook also helped me to get my audience research when in the pre-production stages of creating my films, something that I wouldn't have been able to research into more than 2 years ago. Even the methods of using files to research and present coursework have changed. For instance, my media coursework this year was all done digitally, whereas only a year ago, the same media coursework was all done on paper format and submitted the traditional way. The fact my work will all be done online also creates less paper usage, and whilst not doing damage to the environment, also creates less confusion searching through each sheet in a place I know is secure and I won't lose it. The reason that my recent coursework is laid out in a blog format is because of the ever-changing advancements in technology and the accessibility of being able to access and view my work from any computer. Another important reason is that the media industry is so fast-paced that to be part of it you really need to keep up with the different methods within the industry. And within the past 5 years, blogging has become more and more popular with more and more relevance to our subject. To sum up, I feel that the advances in new media technologies really seem to work in my favour, as it has reduced the cost of products that would have been thousands of pounds a few years back. This technology kind of helps, now that is available. I believe I've created a professional grade film using cameras, online distribution and editing software. In the planning stages of my short film, the use of new technology has really impacted and shaped the way I've finally produced my film. For instance, in the storyboarding stages, I would take into account the quality of the film cameras and their ability to produce high quality footage and pull focus incredibly easily. So because of this technology, I have discovered how to mainly use social media, and through my SurveyMonkey that was mainly put on social websites such as Facebook, I kind of posted it on there, but unfortunately my friends were mainly the people that got back to me on that, and as they were categorised between the 18 to 24 age bracket, I didn't necessarily get a fair representation of the general public. In the production stages of my film, I used various different programs including Final Cut Studio Suite, Color, Motion, Photoshop CS5, After Effects CS5.5 and MPEG Streamclip. This contrasts greatly with the programs that I used in AS, such as Final Cut Express and Photoshop CS3. The range of cinematic and photographic techniques available to me is far greater than just a year ago, and has meant that Solitude was not only produced in a shorter period of time, but is, I believe, a more professionally produced film than Wuthering Heights and Werewolves. For instance, Final Cut Studio has meant less rendering for basic continuity sequences, which work hand in hand with the MPEG Streamclip, as it compresses your footage to a format which speeds up your workflow without dropping frames. During my AS film post-production, the ability to colour grade wasn't available, which meant that I would not be able to put as much atmosphere into the film as I would have liked, the atmosphere being a big part of the specific genre, which was horror. For my AS film, I was able to burn copies of my film onto DVD using iDVD, whereas for Solitude I had access to a program called DVD Studio Pro. This has allowed me to have more control over the DVD menu, which meant I could adapt the visuals from my poster to feature on the title menu, an option that was previously not available. This, I feel, has allowed me to produce a more professional looking product. At the moment, I'm doing this evaluation on a green screen, so that I can put relevant images behind me, thus enhancing the communication of my thoughts and ideas. Last year, however, I used the medium of podcast to evaluate my production. While still being relatively new technology, I feel that it was not as an effective method of communicating my points, as it lacked any visual impact. Gauntlet in 2007 says, "The view of internet and new media as an optional extra is replaced with the recognition that they have fundamentally changed the ways in which we engage with all media. The use of new technology has allowed me to produce a more professional looking film, with the internet and new media which have helped to shape the process too. With a career ahead of me in the film industry, I would hope to be able to embrace Gauntlet's viewpoint and look at ways of using this new technology to communicate more effectively with my target audience.